The goblin's got the goodies.
Also, this is an empty box that I threw for the bit. The eyeshadows are safe and sound. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye, and that was a chaotic intro. But today is it's a really exciting day because I am finally trying Terra Moons. If you don't know, Terra Moons are a US-based indie brand, and they are Latina owned, and they are most known for their beautiful, sparkly, iridescent multichromes called their Iridescent Chameleons. So naturally, because I'm a slag for iridescent shadows, I had to pick up a few. I've been wanting to try Terra Moons for years now. I think around the time when I started getting into indie makeup, I first found out about Divina, Cleona, and Terra Moons, like the holy trinity. Now on camera they all look the exact same colour, but in this video I'm going to be swatching all of these, giving you the names, and we're going to be doing a look with it. I haven't swatched these eyeshadows yet, so we're going to be doing a first impressions together. So the Iridescent Chameleons retail for $17 US, or £12.40, so these aren't cheap. But since these are multichromes, that's why the price is higher, but let's go ahead and swatch them all. The first Iridescent Chameleon that I got is Lightyear. This looks like it's a greeny blue with a gold and a yellow in it. When I mentioned that I was placing a Terra Moons order, a bunch of my mates that have their shadows said, "You need Lightyear, you need it," so this was the first one in the cart. Right, I'm gonna swirl my finger in it. Ooh! Oh, okay, these are soft but very silky and smooth, and of course on camera it just looks white. This is so beautiful. I'm gonna be swatching these on my hand so we can actually see the shifts a bit better, because I feel like on my arm I can't really rotate it so you could see. So let's swatch Lightyear up here. Oh, what? Oh, I did pick up a lot on my finger, but oh, bitch. From this angle right here, you can see the blue, and then when I shift it, there's the yellow, and the green is like there. The next shade I got is Phoenix, and this is an orange to yellow, maybe a little bit of green in there too. It mainly looks orange and yellow. I'm getting dizzy doing that, I need to stop. These feel extremely creamy when you touch them. Very, like, slippy and smooth. And as you can see, even though I barely touched into the pan, a lot picks up on the finger. And this right here is Phoenix. Oh my goodness. I need to like pick up less because that's a lot of product. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these don't have any sparkle to them. They are strictly just smooth multichromes, which I don't own any iridescent multichromes. I mean, I have a few in a couple of palettes. So that is Phoenix right there. From that angle, you can see the yellow. You can see the orange there. Yeah, swatching on my hand really shows the multichrome. The next shade we have is Saturn's Rings. And this one goes from a yellow to a green, perhaps? So this right here is Saturn's Rings. Oh yeah. It's definitely different to Phoenix. It's a lot more yellow and green. So Saturn's Rings is on the bottom there. You can really see the greeny blue and then the bright yellow. This next shade is another classic. This is Red Giant. I am so excited to have Red Giant in my life because every time I see my friends wear this one, it just looks majestic. And right here is Red Giant. Wow. So from this angle, it's yellowy orange. And then right front on, it's a pinky red. These swatches are so wonky, I'm really sorry. I'm just gonna make that swatch a bit bigger. Now this next shade is Zero Gravity, and this is a purple to blue. This one looks like a UV light. Every time I see swatches of it, and anytime I see anybody wearing this, it just looks like it's glowing from your face. I know that Cleona does have an alternative to Red Giant, and it's called Ray, I believe, and Terra Moons' Zero Gravity looks like UV from Cleona. I don't own those shadows, but I hear that they're very similar. This right here is Zero Gravity. Wow. So Zero Gravity right here doesn't have that much of a base color. I mean, none of these really do, but especially Zero Gravity, like, it looks invisible when you look at it from one angle. Like, from that angle, you literally cannot see it. Same with Red Giant. but then when I put it in the light, you can see that beautiful sheen. Even though these swatches are hella wonky and crooked, I feel like it shows off the shifts pretty well. And the final shade that I got is Space Baby. This is a light blue to maybe like a darker blue and a purple. I'm gonna be honest, I only included this shade because I wanted to have 6 of them so they're a nice even number. Even though Space Baby is stunning and beautiful from what I've seen, it was kind of the one that I was like, yeah, I don't really need it, but I'll just throw it in. I mean, I could be wrong. Now that I'm looking at it on my finger, it shifts from a purple to a blue to like a pink. This is actually really gorgeous. And down here is Space Baby. Oh god, that is an awful swatch. But you can kind of see the purple right there. And then the blue. Nah, I take back everything I said. That is fucking phenomenal. These are the most unique shadows in my collection. Holy balls. I feel like if you just have to get one, just by me swatching these, the most shifty is Lightyear. It literally shifts the entire rainbow, I think. Like, I'm looking at it in all the lights, it shifts all of the colors. I was a little bit worried that Phoenix and Saturn's rings would be too close to each other, but they're not similar at all. And also I definitely want to use some of these shades as my face highlight today, so let me zoom you guys in a little bit closer and let's get started. Right, so I've zoomed you guys in really closely, and first we're going to be priming my eyes with the Milani eyeshadow primer as per usual. I think in order to show the shift off really nicely, I'm going to do like a double graphic liner. Because I feel like whenever I do graphic liner with multi-chromes, you can really see the shifts a lot more. I'm just gonna set my eyelid primer because we don't really need it to be tacky since we are gonna be using glitter glue. Normally when I do these first impressions videos to test out the shadows, I don't like to use glitter glue first, but when I'm doing graphic liner with eyeshadow, I need to use a glitter glue. So I'm gonna be taking the NYX glitter primer. I have almost finished this one. It's so close to being done. I've had this for years. Like, glitter glue lasts for fucking forever. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put that glitter glue on this angled liner brush, and we're going to sketch out the shape. So first I'm gonna do a nice winged shape. You're not really going to be able to see me doing this because it is clear. And I'm starting with this quite high. And of course I'm going to be taking it all the way to my temples. Because it's me. Alright, now that we have that laid down, I'm gonna take Lightyear first because this is magical. And I'm going to be taking a different angled brush. This is from the Nabla Denude brush set. It's a really skinny liner brush. We're just gonna stamp it over where the glitter glue is. I like to go in small sections to really make sure that there's enough eyeshadow on there. Hopefully when I move my head, you can see the shift there. I really hope so. And obviously we're not going to be stopping there, we're going to be making a few more lines because I want to use as many of these shadows as possible. Now I think the next shade I'm going to be using is Red Giant because this is very different to Lightyear. And I want to have as much contrast as possible. Alright, let's see how Red Giant looks. Ooh, pretty. So while I'm here, I thought I would mention a little project that I'm doing. Last year, I hosted an open collab called the Pastel Goblin collab, and since it was an open collab with no end date, it meant that anyone can join in, and all you had to do was post a makeup look or a flat lay or whatever that is pastel themed, and then you'd post it under the hashtag Pastel Goblin collab. Well, it's been a year and I'm doing a round 2, and I thought, what's my other favourite thing in the world? Iridescent shadows. And if you watch my videos or follow me on Instagram, then you may have noticed that I call myself a slag for iridescent shadows. So I thought for this round 2, I would do the Iridescent Slag collab. And basically all you have to do is post a makeup look featuring iridescent shadows. It can be all iridescent, it could have iridescent accents, graphic liner, whatever it is, and post them under the hashtag Iridescent Slag collab and tag me in your post so I can see. I thought it would be really fun so we could all share the love for iridescence together, and I feel like this is the perfect look to announce that collab on Instagram. And yet again, we're gonna make yet another line. I don't know if I'm just gonna stick with 3 or if I'm gonna do 4. Probably just sticking with 3. It kind of looks like an iridescent rainbow and I am so here for it. And I think for this third and final stripe in our graphic liner, I'm gonna be using Zero Gravity. I was gonna use Zero Gravity on the inner corners, but I think it'd be a bit more fun if I used it here, since it is purple and none of the shadows that we used shift to purple yet. Ooh. This might be really fucking dumb because I don't know if you can really see it. Let me see if I can actually zoom you guys in even closer so we can actually see this a bit better, because I really hope it's showing up on camera. My camera sometimes does not like to pick up on all of the sheens, especially if they're on my eyes. But in real life I can really see everything. So just trust me on this one. I really hope you can see it all. I kind of fucked up on this eye a little bit, but okay, so far we have used 3 of the shadows. Now I think for my inner corner, I'm gonna be using Space Baby. I love using iridescence on the inner corner. I think they're the most prettiest thing, and I mean, that's no exception. I also really enjoy that these aren't like super sparkly. I mean, they're sparkly, but they're more smooth, so you can really see the shift in them better. The other iridescents I have are more sparkly, and while you can see a duochromeness to them, you can't see like multiple shifts, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna kind of connect it to where we did the rainbow. I should have done it in rainbow color order, that would have made so much sense, but I got too excited. Just to make things a bit more uniform, I'm gonna be putting a bit of Space Baby on my brow bone. Just a little bit. I was gonna use a different shade, but I thought it would be a bit more cohesive if I just put Space Baby up there. Wow. I'm gonna be using a white pencil in my waterline. This is the LA Girl Pastel Dream Liner in Marshmallow. This is the best white eyeliner and it's only like £4. It's ridiculous. As we can see, I mean, look at that. The best white I've ever used. And this lasts very well in my waterline too. I mean, these LA Girl liners, fuck me, they're perfect. So I'm gonna be highlighting my face, and I think for my face highlight, I'm gonna be using Saturn's rings right here. And I'm gonna take this on my highlight brush, and I don't think I'm gonna be spraying my brush because I did that with another iridescent multichrome and it was a lot. I mean, I loved it, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I want to be a bit more demure today. I say that while I'm wearing this makeup. Yes. Oh, fuck yes. Magical. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put a bit on the tip of my nose, too. Alright, let me just go in with my blush brush again. And a bit of extra blush, because while that is fantastic, I want to blend it a bit better with my cheeks, so. In case you're wondering, the blush I'm wearing is Lethal Nectar, my favorite blush in my collection. And then, because what the hell, I'm gonna be taking the shade Phoenix and I'm gonna just tap my finger in it slightly and we're gonna put that on the Cupid's bow because I want to use all of the shades. And actually, because I'm extra, you know I have to do it. It really highlights how crusty my lips are. but I don't care because I'm going to be applying gloss on top of this. But I want this to shine through. The gloss I'm going to be applying is Dramatize by Kaleidos. This does have a tint to it, so it will mix in with the Phoenix color. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Multi-chrome lips, can that be a thing? That needs to be a thing. For a second there, I thought you wouldn't be able to see Phoenix through the gloss, but I really think you can. I can see an orange sheen in there in the middle of my lips that wouldn't normally be there if I just used the gloss. Alright, I'm just gonna put on some mascara, fix up whatever the fuck is happening to my nose, and I'll be right back to give you guys some final thoughts. Right, so I finished up mascara, took a shitload of pictures, and this is the final look. I am very happy with this. It was so hard to photograph because, like I mentioned, Red Giant and Zero Gravity don't have that much of a base color. They have less of a base color than the other ones. So taking a picture of the shifts was really difficult, but I really hope you can see all of this magic. I honestly feel so cute. I love that this is graphic liner, but because it's iridescent, it doesn't look as intense. Do you know what I mean? Now, even though this is just a first impression, I've only used these eyeshadows once, I can see myself using these a shitload. They work absolutely beautifully as face highlighters, inner corners, fantastic. I can imagine layering these on top of other eyeshadows as well. Magnificent. I'll of course be playing around with these a lot more, and I'm actually eventually going to be doing a video titled My Favorite Iridescent Makeup. I just need to wait on a couple of more things that I have my eye on. But I guess I'll show you a little sneak peek. I am working on building my perfect iridescent palette, and while the bottom row of my Cleonas will be swapped out for some different ones, this is how this bad boy is looking so far. So these 6 right here are the Terra Moons shadows. These 9 with a bunch of patterns in them, those are Divina Sugar Drops. These 2 are Glam Shop, and this is Brnlovich. Now, as we can see, even just by looking at them in the pan, Brnlovich, Glam Shop, and Divina are all very sparkly and very textured. The Terra Moons ones are just that more smooth sheen. See if I can do that to show you a little bit better. I'll actually do a comparison of Terra Moons Space Baby next to Boom Sour from Divina. So Boom Sour is on my index finger, Terra Moons Space Baby is on my middle. I don't really know if you're going to be able to see the difference, but they both have similar sheens. The Divina one is just significantly more sparkly and this one is more smooth. I really don't think you can see that on camera now that I mention it. So personally, if you asked me what my favorite iridescent is, I can't really tell you just one because clearly I love iridescents. I mean, I'm a slag for them, for God's sake. But I think it all depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for something more shifty and multi-chrome, go for Terra Moons. If you want something more sparkly, then go for Divina or Glam Shop or Brnlovich. Now, $17 US is a lot for a single shadow in my opinion. However, since these are so multi-chrome and so shifty, I kind of understand the price. Now, I will say that I don't know how their international shipping is like, because even though I do live in the UK, I have a friend that lives in the US where sometimes if I'm placing a big order for something quite expensive, I ship it to her house and then she ships it to me, but marks it as a gift so we don't get customs. And I just had to pay my friend for forwarding it to me, and honestly, it was about £13. It was quite inexpensive. I mean, it was just as much as one eyeshadow. But I highly recommend, if you do have any friends in the US, see if you can figure out like a forwarding type situation, because I find that that is the best way to get some US-based indie brands to you a lot faster and more cheaply shipping wise. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know if you've tried Terra Moons. What are some of your favorite shadows from them? After this, I am definitely going to be considering placing another order. Not anytime soon, but eventually, because these shadows are fucking incredible. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, then follow me on my Instagram. It's beautyybyskye right here. I post all of my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!